What's good, everybody? Welcome back in here once again to Behind the Arc Basketball, covering play-by-play. Once again tonight in this game, number 5 nationally ranked Kansas at 5-1, taking on Omaha for the non-conference slate for this matchup. Happy birthday, by the way, to my man Vegas out there, turning 18 today on this beautiful Friday, December 11th of 2020. Glad to have you guys on board once again for this stream. Let's see here. Corey, welcome on the channel once again, man. Connor, Ian, glad it is Friday for sure, man, as we are back once again. Vaughn's here. Goody, Jose, Behind the Arc fan. Alejandro here as well, and glad to have you guys right on board. And big happy birthday to the birthday boy Vegas for this one. Big 18 going out to you for this one tonight here for this stream. And I was actually shocked that they put this type of game on tonight here. So Kansas going up against a mid-major Omaha from the Summit League. This game is at Kansas. And the big story here happens to be Jalen Wilson. He has been just on a roll for Kansas lately at 23 points and 10 rebounds against Creighton. They have found their next big player here for the Kansas Jayhawks here today. Armando, what's good here for stopping by? Jordan, welcome back in here, bud. I'm just only doing this stream tonight. That game's really late for me. That's at like 10 o'clock or so at night. So, no NBA games tonight here. All of them fell on like a local channel that I couldn't even get or so. They put on they put on a national game, but it's when I'm gonna be going to bed. That's way late there. Yeah, 10:30 p.m. tonight. So I'm on the East Coast, and yeah, that game's wicked late. But yeah, we'll keep you guys updated with the NBA and stuff. We had a couple games going down in college earlier today. And Kansas able to survive a scare 6 nights ago against North Dakota State, which is still winless, 65-61. So we'll see if Omaha has anything today left in the tank. But Omaha played against Creighton, and they got destroyed 94-67. What's good here? Steven, welcome on board, man. Appreciate it for stopping on by once again. And here, welcome on the channel. Jack, what's good here for stopping on by, going for Kansas tonight? Yeah, same with me. I think everybody's probably going to predict Kansas here, unless just a major upset comes down. But Kansas just keeps on getting better and better. Jalen Wilson, a big reason why. Also, Christian Braun's been able to step up. So we just tipped off this game right now as we're out of the pregame. Now we just started off. And Kansas is going to get the basket. It's going to be Omaha is going to get the basketball first. So, Omaha has the black uniforms, white numbers, white letters for this game. Kansas going in the white jerseys. As Omaha is going to take a quick three. That one's no good. And a rebound by Kansas. Kansas, first possession now. Christian Braun turns the corner, puts it up, and that's good for 2. Yeah, I was really shocked that they put this game on TV. Like, there's better games out there, and they actually put a pretty solid game, Iowa State, but they didn't put it on ESPN. They put it on Big Ten Network. Left corner 3, Omaha's off the mark there, and another rebound picked up by Kansas. What's good, Michelle? Glad to have you in the stream here. Welcome on board. Kansas, second possession with the basketball. Marcus Garrett has it, moves it out to the left wing perimeter. Kansas takes a 3, they knock it down. Achai Agbaji, wide open there from the outside. So, quick 5 points. 1 minute through so far, Omaha. Third possession, trying to get something here on the board. As they move it around the perimeter. Sammy Rowe has it. Moves it over to the left wing to Io Akinwole. He was the leading scorer in the last game with 16. Pass inside, and that's going to get deflected out of bounds by Kansas. So Omaha will get it right back. Yeah, Steven can't believe the Pittsburgh Steelers lost to the Washington football team. Year 2020. What a year. Out of all the teams that pulled off the upset, the Washington football team was the first one to beat the Steelers. Quite the year. What's good? Ryan and Bradley, welcome to the stream, man. We get the Mod Squad back in here again. Omaha, another missed shot. Kansas, minute and a half through. They get the basketball, pass into the post. Turnaround jumper, that one, no good off the mark. Tipped up, offensive rebound, just size advantage. Couldn't get it to fall, though. As David McCormick, 0 for 2 that trip, gets rebounded by Omaha. Omaha going to dribble, spin into the lane. Pass gets intercepted. Right back by McCormick in the key. Here goes Kansas. Moves it out to the left corner. Wide open 3. Takes it. Agbaji, no problem, hits it. Quick 8-0 lead here. Chiefs versus Saints. Yep, next Sunday. Not this Sunday, but the Sunday coming up. That should be an incredible game, man. My man Vegas with a new profile pic. I'm liking that, bud. 17:50 left to go in the first half. Omaha just trying to get something on the board early. They have it now at the right corner perimeter. Moves it over to the top of the key into the hands of Io Akinwall here. Takes a deep two. Top of the free throw circle jumper. No good. Rebound back to Kansas. Yeah, I heard about that. Providence's next two games, Xavier tomorrow and then also against UConn next week. Both of them got canceled. So both of those games got canceled, and both of those teams dealing with positive cases now. So hopefully Providence can get in the game this week. Because they got like 10 days off before their next game right now. Score predictions for this one. I'm going to predict that Kansas will blow out Omaha. I was shocked that they put this game over on ESPN today for this type of game. I predicted Kansas, though, 87-62. Oof, and they failed to follow protocols. That's rough. Oh, man. Oof. Kansas had the ball in the post. They got fouled, so it's going to be 2 free throws coming up by Marcus Garrett. First shot, got it. And, yeah, this game's a blowout. Out of all the games that they could have put on ESPN, they decided to go Omaha, Kansas. I'd honestly rather have... I'd rather have Davidson against Georgia Southern right now. But no. Or Murray State against Southern Illinois. Second free throw, that one's good. Quick 10 zip through the first 2 minutes 50 seconds. Omaha now with the ball, right corner perimeter. Now they have it at the right baseline. They're able to get past one man, floats it up in the key, and there's going to be a foul here. Non-shooting foul is picked up from behind by McCormick of Kansas. Do I think that KD could join the Bulls later on in his career? I'll probably go no there. Because he's just starting off with Brooklyn right now. I think he's going to be in Brooklyn for quite a bit of time. 10 zip to score. And of course, we don't know how he's going to come back from injury either. Turnaround jumper, Kansas is just wrecking them so far. 12 zip, turnaround jumper, good. Do I think the over total for 71.5 in the first half? Well, I think that Kansas could easily get up to 50 here. Yeah, I would say yes to that. I think it's going to be someplace like a 50 to something in the 20s before this game goes to halftime. Right corner three, wide open, knocks it down by Marcus Garrett. So Kansas doing their part of the scoring right now, 15 zip. This could be like a 30-point lead at the half for Kansas. It looks like already up 15 zip through the first not even 4 minutes in this game so far. 3:44 as we go on a timeout. What a blowout. This might go down as the biggest blowout I've ever called since the NBA bubble. I think it was day 3. That was, what a blowout that was. Pelicans against Clippers there on a Saturday afternoon in the NBA bubble. How do you like the Patriots lost to the Rams? That was awful. Oh man, terrible game yesterday, just execution-wise. Cam just, it's just bad. It's just not working out. The play calling was atrocious. They had a couple times they were in the red zone, 4th and goal, couldn't get it. They call a quarterback draw, terrible play call. You gotta call for a play action fake, roll out to the right, get somebody open. You can't be going for a quarterback draw, what cost you the game against the Seahawks. And you do it on a 4th and goal against the Rams, one of the top defenses. And then Cam with the awful pass, pick 6. That was just terrific defense by Aaron Donald, turning right around Damian Harris. And that was a legal move. And I don't know why Cam even decided to throw that. That was awful. Yeah, Steven thinks that the Patriots will not make it to the playoffs. Yes. Right now, it doesn't look too likely. They're going to have to win out and wish for the other teams to lose, which doesn't look likely right now. So Patriots, best they can go is 9-7, which they might not even go that. They get a tough schedule to close it out. Miami, Buffalo, and then they get the Jets. Sorry to hear that, Vegas. Good thing you're at virtual today. That's awesome, Bradley. So Louisville back practicing in small groups. Next opponent, NC State, is on pause. So that's in jeopardy. Wow. Yeah, I was planning on doing that game. That was over on ESPN. Wow. So many of these games so they got put on pause or so, and it's been leading to like these random games like that's come out of nowhere, that like these teams that like not a lot of people know about or so. Like a couple nights ago, there was Northwestern against Pitt. There's going to be like a bunch of random games, I feel like, this year, because all the good games are going to get scrapped, and then they're going to have these random teams just playing each other or something on like ESPN. They're trying to like fill in the time, and they got like a matchup like Nebraska against Northwestern on one night over on ESPN when they try to fill up the time, or something like a Mississippi State against Vanderbilt. Do I think the Pittsburgh Steelers will beat the Bills? I will say no there. I think Buffalo is on a roll, and Pittsburgh just played such an easy schedule to start out the year. Now it's like catching up to them later in the season. Yeah, ever since Cam got injured, Vegas puts out, definitely, man. His accuracy just hasn't been on the same level. Just airmailing passes, underthrowing passes. Had a couple of times this season that Demir Bird was just wide open and could have gun him on deep routes to the end zone and wasn't able to do that. So we're back from a timeout here. Omaha with the ball, trying to get something going here through the first 4 minutes. What's good here, Bill? Welcome to the stream, man. Hey, glad to see that Pepperdine was able to get the W for you, and that they won by 12 points against Cal a couple of days ago. So glad to help you out with that, man. 16 minutes left to go. Nothing on the board so far for Omaha. Do I think the Browns can beat the Ravens? I will go yes. There's a possibility there. Cleveland's rolling. I think it's very well possible that Cleveland could beat the Ravens. Kansas has it off the rebound. This game all Jayhawks, by the way, right from the start. If you can't tell the scoreboard, left baseline jumper, everything falling, 17-0. Omaha yet to score. They take it past half court. Dribble at the top of the key with Aikenwall. Bounce pass now to the left elbow. Into the hands of Matt Pyle. Slides it over to the right wing. Jacks up a three. That one no good. Rolled around the rim and out. Rebound Kansas. Jayhawks now with the basketball. Do I think Iowa blows out Iowa State? Yes. Iowa should be able to blow out Iowa State tonight, yeah. Iowa State's at like the very bottom of the Big 12. We all know Kansas would blow them out. And yep. And we all know that Kansas will blow out K-State when they play them. Floats it up. That one no good. Rolled around the rim and out. Rebounds back to Kansas here as they lead at 17-0. Jayhawks with the ball. Garrett moves it over Egbaji. Egbaji slides over to the left wing. Passes over to the right corner. Kansas 6 for 11 shooting. Omaha 9 shots, all misses. Kansas no good off the side of the rim. Rebound back to Omaha here. They have it in transition. Here goes the Mavericks. Floats it up. Couldn't convert, but finally able to get something as they get the offensive rebound. Trails right behind, and that's 2 points, their first 2 on the board by Matt Pyle, number 40, as he got the offensive putback. 14:25 left to go, so it took them about the first 5.5 minutes to finally score. Kansas entry pass. McCormick slides it back out to the left wing. Kansas going to take the 3. No good off the mark. Rebound Omaha. Mavericks now just scored a bucket off a putback. Let's see if they can hit their first shot alone from the floor. And the ball's on the ground. They get it right back, though. Lucky. Passes over to the left wing, back to the top. Shot fake. It's Aikenwall. Moves it over to Marco Smith. And for Omaha today, they're playing without their leading scorer from the bench. So Marlon Ruffin is injured as they took a 3 and it's just an air ball out of bounds. Hey, what's good, D. Davis? Welcome to the stream, bud. It's going pretty well, man. Yeah, basically JV against varsity. Even more, that's more like you got the varsity team going up against the middle school team right now in this type of matchup. It's been quite an odd year though, because Kansas was taken down to the wire 6 nights ago against North Dakota State, but this team, I wasn't too high on this team about like 10 days ago when they came back by 13 and they beat Kentucky, but I'm gaining more confidence now in Kansas. They're having players step up, and that player right there, Tristan Enaruna, that should have been a 3-point shot at the left corner. He hasn't been able to step up so far this season, but the 2 that have is Jalen Wilson and Christian Brown for Kansas. They've done a great job, especially Jalen Wilson. He's having some huge games lately. So Omaha had the basketball, took it into the lane. We get a whistle and a foul picked up. It's going to be on the Jayhawks here as they pick up their 3rd personal, and it's going to send Omaha to the free throw line shooting 2. So number 2 at the line coming up for the Mavericks, Darius Hughes, the sophomore, shooting 2. First shot, got it. 17-3. Quick scoreboard update. NBA preseason started tonight. Magic up against the Hawks 11-7. Pistons leading Knicks 5-3. I might be back tomorrow. I'm going to be out during the day, so I won't be covering any games during the day, but I might be back tomorrow to do an NBA preseason game. It will probably be the Thunder against the Spurs. I think I can get that game. I think they're streaming that over the internet on thunder.com. But for sure I know I'll be streaming one on Sunday. It's going to be Lakers-Clippers. That should be a great game since that's on national TV. Jumper, Kansas, no good. And Aruna, they get the offensive rebound, and Mitch Lightfoot puts it back up and in for 2. It's actually 19-4. He hit both of the free throws at the line. So 12:45 left to go. And then two really good college games I also got planned on Sunday as well during the daytime. Richmond, West Virginia at 1, and then Baylor, Texas at 3. And then the late game is the NBA preseason. 3-point shot, Omaha takes it. They hit it from the perimeter, so trailing by 12 right now. 12:25 left to go, first half. Kansas basketball, Mitch Lightfoot passes over to Ty and Grant Foster to get their bench players now into the game up by 12. Passing over to the right corner, that's a 3 taken by Kansas, no good. Hit the back rim, missed shot by Bryce Thompson, the freshman, and rebound back to Omaha here. Omaha basketball, slides it over to the left wing. They're going to dribble drive inside. Jaden Booth puts it up, contact and a foul. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Booth running over Kansas right there into the lane. Kansas took the charge. We're going to go to a timeout with 12 minutes left. Yeah, Vegas so high and Peyton Pritchard from Oregon. He's got some really competitive swagger there that he brings to the team. I can't wait to see him. And hopefully he does really well this year. He was so clutch at Oregon. What a leader for Peyton Pritchard. Glad that he's now in the NBA. But yeah, Celtics start up on Tuesday. I believe I'm going to be calling the Celtics game on Tuesday for the preseason. And then also the game on, I think it's Friday, they have another game. They have the first preseason game, and then the second one they have. So I believe I'm going to be calling their first 2 preseason games. And then I think somebody asked me if I was going to plan on doing NBA opening night. I believe so. So, yes, I believe I'm going to be doing NBA opening night. Just the first game, though, I'll be doing Brooklyn against Golden State. The other game they put on really late, so I would have to get up... since it's so late, I need to get in for work in the morning or so. Since I can see this game, does it look like Omaha got spirit in this one? I'd say probably no. They've picked it up a little bit, but they've got some shots that fell down at the free throw line. But they've picked up the energy a little bit for Omaha. They just couldn't do anything. Kansas just way too good defensively. But reason why Omaha scored 7 points now is because Kansas basically went with their bench players. So Kansas' starters out of the game on the last couple possessions, and that meant that Omaha was able to finally score a couple buckets against the Kansas backups, basically. But yeah, this game going to be all Kansas. I predicted Kansas by a huge margin. Can Milwaukee upset Kansas State? I would go yes there. I think there's a good chance that could very well happen. Let's see, Milwaukee. Milwaukee basketball. K-State. Okay, Milwaukee's yet to play. Interesting. Yeah, Milwaukee's yet to play so far, so that I have no clue what to base off of Milwaukee. But yeah, I think that there's a chance that Milwaukee can honestly upset Kansas State. They were upset by a non-Division I school, and that they just hit rock bottom. And talk about a bad loss last night. Oregon State losing against Portland in overtime. Portland finished with a record, I think, of 9-23 last year. Yeah, that was bad. Oh, this is cool, Vegas. he knows a lot of people from his old school that shares the same birthday as him. That's awesome, man. Of course, hopefully everything went awesome today. Happy birthday, 18 for you, my man. Do I think that Kansas can make the Final Four? If they keep on improving, I think that they could have a good chance to do so. I have to see them more if they can keep on improving. Jalen Wilson has taken some big steps up here to the first couple of games. I'm not like big time sold on Kansas right now. I think there's going to be a couple of teams out from the Big Ten that's going to make the Final Four, possibly maybe two. But I think if the bracket lines up in their favor, there's a possibility. 19-7 to score, 11:33 left to go. What's good here? It's Austin. Appreciate it, man, for stopping them by. Yeah, Georgetown up against Villanova. That's a shocker. Georgetown lost to Navy, man. 11:20 left to go. That's great, man. Best of luck to your stream brother there. Villanova against Georgetown. I can't believe that Georgetown is up in this game. 24-18 currently. Omaha with a basketball right back as Kansas. Kansas went double dribble with the ball. Kansas still got their backups now into the game. So on the court for Kansas is Thompson, Lightfoot, and Aruna. Omaha going to take a three top of the key, no good off the mark, fight for the rebound, and Omaha able to get the offensive rebound right back. Omaha now with the basketball. They dribble now at the left elbow, moves it over to the left wing. Jaden Booth passes over to the right baseline as they have it inside over into the hands of Hughes, and he lost control of it, stolen away by Kansas. Here goes the Jayhawks up the court as that's going to go out of bounds. They were looking for Enaruna on the full court pass ahead up at the baseline, but couldn't connect with it. Turnover off the Ty and Grant Foster pass, and the clock will stop with 10:41. So, yeah, this game was looking like it was going to hit that over a 70 in the first half quite really early, and now both of these teams have been stale here as far as scoring. Scoring droughts all over the place. Oh, happy birthday tomorrow to my man Jack there. 49 years older than Vegas for tomorrow. Hopefully everything will go awesome tomorrow on your birthday for Saturday. Omaha has at the left corner perimeter. Left baseline dribbles. They're going to move it over. The left elbow takes the jumper. That's up. Got it. Good shot there. Number 13, Wan Jing Tut, the junior for Omaha. Native from Omaha as well. Hit it. So they have quietly put this to a 10-point game with 10 minutes left to go. Part of a 9-2 run by Omaha. But they're playing against Kansas's bench. Pass inside. McCormick, who's a starter, moves it back around the perimeter. Missed three-point shot by Kansas. They get the offensive rebound though. Christian Brown passes over to the left corner perimeter. Now into the hands of Agbaji. Turns over to Wilson now. Wilson turns the corner, drives inside, puts it up and in for two off the glass. So Jalen Wilson, the one that has been strong here past couple of games for Kansas. He's got 5 points so far. Hey, what's good, G King? Welcome to the stream, bud. Do I think the Saints can make it to the Super Bowl? I think it's possible. It's going to be between, I feel like, the Saints or the Packers this year for the NFC. I'm still going to go with the Packers, though, ahead of the Saints right now. Aaron Rodgers is he's just on fire, man, this season. (21-9) to score, 9:15 left to go. Omaha turned over the basketball. Kansas going to have it right back as Kansas goes entry pass right underneath, and he puts it up and in. That's good for two off the backboard. If you guys are new to the stream, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that sub. Really appreciate it all for being a part here on Behind the Arc Basketball once again. Hopefully there will be better games in future days, but still a lot of time left to go here. But this one I predicted a Kansas blowout victory. Kansas going to get the strip to steal. Here they go now with the ball. Top of the key, Brown. Pass it over to the left corner. Jalen Wilson indeed showing up this year. Wilson has a spin move inside as the refs are going to blow a reach and foul picked up. It's going to be by Omaha here. Marco Smith, number 22, reaches in on the dribble drive by Jalen Wilson. The clock will stop here with 8:35. Kansas inbounds. They pass it over to left corner. Agbaji takes the three, hits it down. 26-9. With 8:20 remaining first half. Omaha with only 9 on the board. It's been a struggle to get any sort of offensive possession going on right now for the Mavericks. They have it at the top of the key, dribbles towards their right, flings it over inside, turnaround jumper, takes it, no good off the back rim. They've had some looks here and there, just haven't been able to connect. Rebound Kansas. 8 minutes left to go. Jayhawks have it. Moves it over to a wide opening. Agbaji sets his feet, launches, takes the three, nothing but net. Money. Ochai Agbaji from the perimeter. Perfect 3 for 3. He's got 9. Leave him open from the left corner. He can do damage. And once again, the Kansas starter's in there, and that's why they're on a 10-zip run. Omaha has it top of the key. Jacks up a 3 straight away. Air ball, offensive rebound underneath. Right place, right time there. That is good for Omaha for 2. Yep, Kansas looks like they're unstoppable. The starters for Kansas just way too good so far. Moves it over. Jalen Wilson passes to the right corner. Agbaji, he was wide open. They're having all sorts of difficulty trying to stay on Agbaji in this game right now, as we got a clock stoppage here with 7:16 remaining. It's going to be a foul picked up by Omaha. Quick scoreboard update in the NBA. Magic up against the Hawks in the preseason, 23-11. Knicks up against the Pistons right now, 11-10. College basketball, Georgetown looking good. This team lost to Navy last week, and they're up against Villanova, 31-19. George Washington, Delaware. Delaware took the lead. They're up 21-19. And then Iona leads Fairfield right now, 16-11. The quality of games aren't so great tonight for college basketball. This game, that Iona Fairfield game, they actually put on ESPNU. Usually they put like pretty good games on ESPNU. That's what they're doing tomorrow with Florida State. But they just didn't scatter out the schedule and make it great for this Friday night for games here. Davidson up against Georgia Southern, 22-10. Charleston leading South Carolina State, 19-12. And then earlier today, had a couple final scores that went down. UMass looking good, as Trey Mitchell could very well be A-10 first team this year. Had a massive season last year. UMass over Northeastern for the first game for both of those teams, 94-79. West Virginia over North Texas, 62-50. Seton Hall won against St. John's today, 77-68. So Big East play started today. Yeah, Villanova right now getting beat down against Georgetown. Welcome on the stream, Jackson. Glad to have you on board once again, man. And then Creighton up against Nebraska now, 19-17. Does that make Texas look bad? Yeah, quite a bit. If Georgetown holds on and wins that, yeah, that would look Texas make bad. That wouldn't help out Texas there. If Villanova has a bad loss against Georgetown, who I predicted would finish worse than the Big East this year, even worse than DePaul, and DePaul's yet to play a game. Yeah, I heard West Virginia looked horrible. West Virginia they're not a shooting type of team that can make shots. They rely on second chance points, offensive rebounds. They're just so good on the glass for West Virginia. But Oscar Tshiebwe, he has just not had it together this season for Tshiebwe. He's been a great rebounder, but as far as him scoring, he just hasn't got anything to score so far. Yeah, best of luck to Texas against Baylor. I should be covering that game on Sunday there. I should hopefully be covering that game. Gonzaga fan saying Kansas 96-49. Very, very well could be a final score if both of these teams do well. If Kansas turns it up a big time notch here, able to get 96 on the board. But I'm feeling that margin that he's got right there for Gonzaga fan. That's definitely in play tonight. That looks more like the margin that we're going to be dealing with tonight. Kansas with the basketball, left baseline jumper after the timeout, no good. A rebound back to Omaha. Omaha now with the ball. Dribbles towards the right wing, pass out to the right corner. What's good here, Chiefs fan? Welcome to the stream, man. Going out for Kansas in this one. I think everybody predicted Kansas to win this game just by a big blowout. They double team at the right baseline. Omaha trapped in the corner, got to get it out, and they do. 5 in the shot clock, and they lost control of the basketball. Here goes Kansas in transition. One man to beat, takes up the court. Marcus Garrett, though, gets pushed from behind and fouled. Clock's going to stop with 6:30. Yeah, by the way, Baylor forced 35 turnovers against Stephen F. Austin a couple nights ago. That's crazy. And Baylor had 20 turnovers in that game because I was looking at the box score. That game combined for 55 total turnovers. Like, what? Kansas has the inbound. Enaruna moves it over. Ball gets intercepted here by Omaha. One man a beat, and the Mavericks going to put it up. It's up and in. But they're going to call whistle and a foul here as the clock will stop with 6:21. And it's going to be a Kansas foul by Enaruna, so they're going to count the bucket. Tristan Enaruna picks up the foul, and it's going to send Omaha to the free throw line shooting the and one. Number 10 got the steal for Omaha, put it up, and free throw is up, and that one's good as well. 29-14. So this is basically Kansas's bench right now into the game. Tying Grant Foster moves over to Enaruna at the top of the key. So whenever Kansas starters out there, they're just torching Omaha. But Mitch Lightfoot just missed an easy layup. Easy layup. 27 points scored by the Kansas starters today to only 2 by the bench. Lightfoot did get fouled, so he's going to head to the free throw line and shoot too. So out there in the court right now, Enaruna, Thompson, Lightfoot. And then Agbaji and Garrett, 2 of the starters still out there right now. Yeah, this game going really fast. A lot of these blowout games usually go fast. There's not a whole lot of fouls or so. It's just a ton of missed shots. Kyrie got fined $25,000 not speaking to the media. His response on Instagram, quote, "I do not talk to pawns. My attention is worth more." Oof. Yeah, you signed the contract, man. And talking to the media is part of the game. Everybody does it. Unbelievable that he thinks that he can make up his own rules. Omaha takes the jumper. That is good for 2 there by Wang Jing Tut. 30-16, 5:45 left to go. Enaruna drives inside, puts it over to the right corner perimeter. Garrett moves it over into the post to Lightfoot. Passes outside and Marcus Garrett takes the 3. No good. Offensive rebound. The right place, right time right there. As that's good by Ochai Agbaji. Extends it to double the points. 32-16 here with 5:25 left to go. Omaha entry pass underneath as they'll put it up. Shot gets blocked out of bounds. There was a foul though. Late foul call by Mitch Lightfoot. So they're going to say blocking foul, and it's going to send Omaha to the free throw line shoot too. Two shots here at the line. First one's good by Omaha by number 40, Matt Pyle. Second free throw, that one's up. That's good. 32-18, 5:20 left to go. Kansas now with the basketball. They move it around the perimeter here at the left wing. Puts into the hands of Grant Foster. Passes over to the cutter. Enaruna just all alone. Cuts right baseline. Unguarded. Throws it down with a two-handed flush. 5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Really just fast game so far. Moving along. Omaha with the basketball. Hey, what's good, Brady? Welcome back in the stream, bud. Kansas just got up early and never looked back. They led this game 15-0 in the first, three and a half minutes or so. Offensive rebound, Omaha. That should have been a make. It was underneath the basket. They missed it. Rebound back to Kansas. Kansas here with the ball at the right elbow. Bounce pass underneath. Lightfoot able to get behind the defense. That's an easy 2. Bill here puts he's betting 500 on Iowa. Oh, man, hopefully he'll be able to cash in on some big money tonight. Spread is 13. Yeah, I would definitely take Iowa to blow out Iowa State tonight. I think I'm going to be doing an NBA preseason game tomorrow, so it's probably going to be around 7 Eastern. I think if I'm able to get it. It will be Oklahoma City against San Antonio tomorrow, if I get home in time. I'm going to be out during the day tomorrow. Yeah, Iowa State is pretty bad this season. I can't believe that they didn't put that margin up, like, bigger as far as the point spread. Should be like a 20, 25 point spread. Yeah, Iowa State lost to South Dakota State. 3:50 left to go, 36-18. Left baseline. They're going to float it out to the right corner to the top of the key here. Moves it back over to Garrett. Garrett now with the ball. As he dribbles at inside as he makes his way. No good on the hook, but Lightfoot able to clear it up right there. Tap it in. That's good for 2 by Mitch Lightfoot. So, yeah, basically it's Marcus Garrett, Ochai Agbaji out there, and then 3 the bench players for Kansas. Bryce Thompson, Tristan Anaruno, Mitch Lightfoot. 3 players from the bench, 2 starters currently right now in the lineup playing. 3:18 remaining. Omaha with the basketball. Mitch Lightfoot going to pick up a foul away from the ball. Clock will stop with 3:18. So Kansas picks up their 6th personal. And we're going to go on a timeout. This game's moving by really quick so far. It's just been Kansas straight up from the start. And they led 15-0 and just way too good. Way too good. And Ochai Agbaji, reason why he's just been left completely open. Nobody for Omaha has been able to cover Agbaji. And yeah, Omaha just hasn't been able to stay with Kansas at all because he just can't make a shot. It's bricks all over the place. Yeah, I would take the Iowa Hawkeyes by more than 13 points. How about Georgetown blowing out Villanova? Ouch. Oh man, 40-22. Georgetown blowing out Villanova currently. Quick scoreboard update of college basketball games going on right now. Creighton leads Nebraska, tight game, 24-23. Earlier on today, Seton Hall won against St. John's, 77-68. West Virginia over North Texas, not the prettiest game, but Mountaineers able to get the W, 62-50. And watch out for Trey Mitchell. He looks like he could very well be in the running for A10 Player of the Year. Best player at UMass since Marcus Camby. And today, UMass season opener beat Northeastern 94-79. Trey Mitchell had a double-double, 31 and 11. How do I start these streams here? That's awesome, Dave Davis, that you want to start streaming, bud. I started out on YouTube around 2019, and it just I saw a couple other people just do like play-by-play before my channel, and I kind of like caught on and started like learning myself how to do play-by-play. But if you want to do streaming, the thing to look into would be OBS Studio. So look into it's a free software on your computer that you can download. It's called OBS Studio. That's what I use for everything for my graphics. And I just create like my graphics, like this whole thing with graphics, and then I have my scoreboard that I have here, and then I have like text documents. So all the stuff that says like Behind the Arc Basketball presents college basketball play-by-play and live reactions, the team names, Omaha, Kansas, the record names, the ranking number, all that stuff, the quarter numbers, like first, second, third, final, all that stuff I'm able to do through text documents in OBS as well. And then I just created my own like backgrounds, custom background that I have with the basketball court. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Is Georgetown any good? No, they are not good. They lost a bunch of their top players in the off season, and yeah, they only returned 3 players from their team last season. They're not supposed to be good at all. I actually predicted them to finish last in the Big East this year because they had so much turnover. I can't believe that they're blowing out Villanova right now. Georgetown lost against Navy. So it's just an odd year. A really odd year for sure. Thanks so much, Carl Johan. Really appreciate the bud. Roger, welcome back on the stream here in this blowout type of game. Omaha going to go to the free throw line shooting 2. First one's up. That one's good. Second free throw, got it. 38-20. We have 3:18 left to go before halftime. So Omaha got the 20 on the board that I predicted, but Kansas is yet to hit their 50 mark. I thought it would be someplace like 50-20 at halftime. Something around that ballpark of numbers. Kansas up by 18. Jayhawks have the basketball. Reason why they've gone to the bench here is they're going to go with DeJuan Harris with 3 minutes left remaining. They have it at the right wing. Moves it back to the left wing. That was almost a bad pass over to Enaruna. A lot of dribbling, 2 on the shot clock. Enaruna, you got to get it off. Moves it over to the left wing. And it's going to be a shot clock violation. Kansas bench here. Not really having a big game. It's been from the starters. That's how Kansas has been able to blow out Omaha today from the starting lineup. Do I think that the Saints going to make it to the Super Bowl? I think there's a pretty good chance. I'm going to go with the Packers above the Saints, though. So I think Aaron Rodgers is just on a huge, just big-time season this year for Aaron Rodgers. Could very well finish winning the MVP. Omaha turns it over. Just miscommunication right there on that post, and passing the post going to go back to Kansas. But yeah, I take the Packers in the Super Bowl to represent the NFC, but I think the Saints going to make it to at least the NFC Championship for this season. 38-20 the score, 2:20 left to go. Kansas going to take a right corner three. That one's no good. Rebound Omaha as they take it past half court. Mavericks set it up. Matt Pyle moves it back out to the top of the key. Approaching the 2-minute mark left to go. Bounce past the Pyle. So he has it at the right baseline. Backs his way underneath, guarded by Enaruna. They put it up. It gets blocked. It's on the ground, and Kansas gets the basketball right back. Here goes the Jayhawks. 1 man a beat. Tried to throw it down and couldn't get it. Missed the dunk, but they get the tip in right back. That is good for 2 by Ty and Grant Foster. 40-20. By the way, Omaha has 18 games this season on the road out of the 26 that they play. That is absolutely brutal. Oh, man. Omaha takes a deep 2. That's up, and that's good in transition. 40-22, and we're going to go on a timeout. That's brutal. 18 games on the road this year for Omaha. Ouch. And the worst part about it is, what if there's a good chance that you travel out to that game and then there's a positive test that day and you can't even play. Just like the Gonzaga-Baylor game that was supposed to happen last Saturday. The teams traveled out there. I think it was supposed to be at Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Gonzaga and Baylor both went up to Indianapolis to play in the game. And then, looks like we have to cancel it. Positive tests. Bye-bye. No game. Hopefully we'll make it up at a later date. Fingers crossed. That it's just unfortunate for all the money poured into these flights and the uncertainty that you can't even get in the game. So yeah, Georgetown just pouring it on right now against Villanova. Georgetown leads 46-28. We have a minute and a half left to go before halftime. This game all Kansas so far. Jayhawks take the jumper, no good off the mark, and it goes out of bounds. Give me Omaha ball. Do I think Saints will win the first round bye? I will go yes for Saints. So I think they're going to still hold on and get first seed NFC. Oof, how are the Knicks this year? Probably once again bottom of the Eastern Conference. They got Obi Toppin. Looks like he could be box office for Obi Toppin, but they still got a long way towards their rebuild for the Knicks. Omaha pass inside, and there's going to be an offensive foul by Omaha. Matt Pyle just elbows a Kansas defender. It's going to go back over to Kansas. We have a minute 12 left to go. Do I think that James Harden going to go to Philly? I think there's a good chance, Bill, that he's going to go to Philly. I just don't see him playing for Houston this season. I think he's going to request a trade, most likely. It's either going to be Philly or Brooklyn, it looks like. And it's leaning towards Philly right now. Mitch Lightfoot backs his way into the post turnaround jumper, and Lightfoot gets fouled. Clock will stop with 59.5 left to go. It's going to be 2 free throws coming up here by Mitch Lightfoot. Hey, what's good, Jason? Welcome on board, man. Hey, what's good, Kevin? Welcome to the stream, man. I'll take a look at that. So, we got Murray State against Southern Illinois. That game's going on currently. And Southern Illinois leads at 12-7. That game is at Southern Illinois. So, Southern Illinois, first minute or so, leads at 12-7. How's the Warriors this year? I think they're going to be back in the playoffs. Top tier Western Conference team for Golden State. They didn't just devastating loss with Klay Thompson, done for the season with his injury, but they get James Wiseman now at the 5, and Steph's probably going to have to carry Golden State, and their bench is thin, but I still think that they're going to have a ton better of a season here this year for Golden State. That's the 9th turnover by Omaha. They passed into the key, and the ball went out of bounds. Kansas gets it back, 40 seconds left to go before halftime. Jayhawks have it top of the key, light foot, pull-up jumper, takes the 3, knocks it down. But a big fella, straight away there by Mitch Lightfoot. Mitch Lightfoot with 12 here off the bench, 25 seconds remaining before half. Omaha basketball. They have it at the top of the key here. Number 22 for the Mavericks, Marco Smith. Shot clock turned off. 10 seconds left to go before halftime. Smith has it. As he goes dribble drive inside. Takes it. No good. Got rejected by the bottom part of the rim. Rebound and Aruna. Pass half court here. Dribbles at the left wing. Step back 3 in the air. And there's a foul. They're going to say it's off the mark. No good. No foul, they will say, as we go into halftime. And that is it here. 45-22 at the end of 1 in this game. And we'll go right into halftime right now. So, of course, all Kansas in this one. No surprise here. And Jayhawks just lighting it up all over the place. The starters controlled this game early on. Got out to a 15-zip start. And Ache Baji just constantly wide open in the corner, draining down 3 corner threes. Hey, what's good, Braden? Welcome to the stream, man. It's awful that there's no Xavier Providence. Hopefully they can make it up later in the season. But yeah, my team's the Providence Friars, and yeah, Providence just lost 2 of their games. They don't get Xavier tomorrow. That game postponed, and also UConn got postponed as well next week. And yeah, Xavier was going to go into that game 7-0. And I think that Providence could have had the chance, rolling that momentum, could have made a statement at home. And Providence should have started out the season with 2 straight home games. And instead they lose both of their home games. And they have no clue who they're even going to play now. They're not going to play another game, I don't think, for like 10 or 11 days is their next game out. Alright, so right now we're at halftime here, complete blowout. Taking a look, quick NBA preseason right now is there's a couple of games going on. Magic up against the Hawks, 34-32 in the second quarter of the NBA preseason. Knicks lead the Pistons 25-23. College basketball, Georgetown just destroying Villanova. Talk about an upset. Georgetown lost against Navy. And Georgetown up against Villanova 46-33. Creighton losing right now against Nebraska 33-32. Oof. Providence lost bad in hockey to Boston College. Oof. Yeah, BC's a good hockey school. Nothing better than Northeast hockey. It's the hockey scene up here is so good. Like where I live, I'm from Massachusetts, and we got a lot of good hockey schools up around this area. UMass, BC, BU, up north too. They got hockey schools up there. Vermont, New Hampshire. Yeah, David Duke for sure. He is gaining confidence. He's on the verge of breaking out big time. But yeah, I agree. Fremantle for Xavier has done great things. They've had players step up all over the place for Xavier for this season. Paul Scruggs, he's just come in there and he has led this team this year for Xavier. So 7-0. Should Xavier be ranked? Yes. I think they should be ranked coming in on Monday right now. I wasn't buying Xavier at first because they had three victories really close against mid-major teams, but now I'm buying Xavier. They destroyed Oklahoma. Last game they crushed Oklahoma. And then they had that. And then they had the win against Cincinnati too. So I think there's a very good chance that they could be ranked. I feel like they deserve credit to be ranked coming up on Monday. Let's see what we got. I'll see if he's going to be back, if there's anything. Still injury questions. Huh. I'll probably go with no for this week, Steven, there. So I think that they're going to be using Taysom Hill once again this week to still play QB over Drew Brees. I think it's a little bit more time for Drew Brees to recover, it looks like. I actually don't get the Pac-12. I wish, man. I don't get the Pac-12, but yeah, UCLA against Marquette, that should be a good game. So I don't get the Pac-12 network where I am. I don't get the Big Ten network either. Hey, what's good, Kevin? Welcome to the stream, bud. Unfortunately, I won't be able to cover Nevada Grand Canyon. I wonder what channel that's on. ESPN 3. It's on ESPN 3 there. I didn't even have that on my list. But yeah, I just have this game today. But thanks so much for asking, Kevin. Really appreciate it, bud, for stopping on by. What's Nevada right now? Nevada's 4-1 somehow. Wow. And Grand Canyon's 3-0. Actually, by the records, that's a good matchup. Nevada got destroyed by San Francisco. They also beat Nebraska. Nebraska's going to be at the bottom of the Big Ten, though. Yep, can you show the game? Classic. Classic people that come in, can you show the game? Gotta love it with the people that come in with, like, when we have those big chats going on with the big games, like, over hundreds and thousands of people into the chats. And I get those classic people that say, show the TV, flip the screen so we can see it. That game is at Grand Canyon tonight. So I just took a look at that. Nevada's on the road, so it's at Grand Canyon University for that game. Usually it's the higher up teams or so that go out to the smaller schools, but Nevada from the Mountain West actually going out to Grand Canyon. Yeah, I won't be able to cover Florida State tomorrow. I'm gonna be away for most of the day tomorrow, so I'm probably gonna be back at night. Do I think Drew Brees is gonna be back for the Chiefs game? We'll have to see. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, this week it looks unlikely though. So right now we're just on a timeout, everyone. Just at halftime currently. Not really much going on as far as basketball today. Couple of games here. Of course, the big news is that Georgetown put up 46 on the board against Villanova in the first half. So 46-33 at halftime. Georgetown leads Villanova. And Creighton in a really tight game against Nebraska, 42-38. If Creighton loses that's just a bad loss there. So two of the top teams in the Big East so far here with Villanova and Creighton, they're in trouble tonight. There's no easy games right now, and can definitely show you as it tells. Definitely tells right now. Couple NBA preseason games. Magic and Hawks tied up at 41, and then Pistons up against the Knicks 31-29. Yep, I'm going to miss a big blowout tomorrow. Braden predicting Florida 95, Florida State 56. There we go. Big blowout. I might have an NBA preseason game tomorrow if I'm able to get it up. I know a lot of the games I can't get because they're on just like the local channels or they're on like premium or so. But I might be able to get up tomorrow the Thunder versus Spurs game because I remember watching a couple games in the bubble over on the Thunder's website, which they usually put it up there. So all I would have to do is just grab it over from the website in order to call the game for that one. If they have it over on the website, they say that they plan on having it for tomorrow. And then on Sunday, I plan on covering a triple header. Two really good college games, and then the NBA preseason at night. We're going to have West Virginia versus Richmond at 1 Eastern, and then I plan on having 3 o'clock Eastern, Baylor against Texas on Sunday. And then to close out the night on Sunday, I'm going to have Lakers Clippers for NBA preseason. So a couple good stuff that we'll have here or so throughout the weekend. And then we're trying to finalize what we're going to have for next week or so. I plan on covering the Celtics in their first preseason game on Tuesday, and then I think they have another game. I think it's on Friday. They got their second preseason game. So both of those are on national TV. So I plan on doing both of those games for the Celtics for the preseason. And not sure about college yet. I was supposed to be doing Louisville against NC State, and there's, I guess, problem with NC State right now with their program with positive cases. So that game's up in jeopardy right now. I think that's on a Wednesday. So still a question mark surrounding that. And then I wonder if they're gonna move a game to the 7 o'clock time slot. I would really love to call TCU against Oklahoma State. That would be a great game to call. That's on Wednesday. That's conflicting right now with Duke against Notre Dame. So both of those games are conflicting with each other. I would love for a game to get moved to another time slot, like one of those to get moved, and then the other one to be the late game if that Louisville NC State game didn't go. Because I'm looking at the schedule for Wednesday, there really isn't much. Yeah, there really isn't much going on unless other teams just schedule it last minute or so. Not really many good games. So yeah, right now we're just at halftime. If you guys are new in the stream, spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. Can't wait till we actually get into the meat of the schedule where there's just awesome, great games to call here instead of blowout type of games. I mean, I'm not big of a fan calling blowout games, especially when I know entering the game that it's going to be a blowout, but sometimes you never know. You might get caught surprised that maybe it's the team that you didn't think that was going to be the one to blow them out that gets to be the one that actually does blow them out, like what's going on right now with Georgetown and Villanova. So, you honestly don't know. But hopefully we'll have some of those in store this year with upset victories. We had a couple last year. I remember I called NC State when they destroyed Duke last season. But yeah, this is what it looks like so far. Ache Baji leads the way, 3 corner threes. He's got 11 points. Actually, he's the top starter in this game. Mitch Lightfoot's got 12, just working the post to his advantage. Hey, looks like we got a change in the logo. Whoa, that's an upgrade right there. Yeah, Vaughn, welcome onto the stream, man. Finally gets to change his icon. Look at that. So no more San Jose Sharks. Looking like he moves it up a step forward, changes his logo right now. That's a big change for you, bud. Omaha shooting the ball at a very low 26% in that first half. No possession has been easy for them so far. They've been able to get 7 out of their 22 points at the free throw line. They're perfect at the free throw line, so every single point definitely was needed there for Omaha. Still down by a bunch. So quick scoreboard update. What happened in college basketball today? West Virginia beat North Texas. Wasn't the prettiest victory. West Virginia shot the ball really low at around like 36% from the floor. But they won 62-50. UMass season opener looking good. They destroyed Northeastern today 94-79. Trey Mitchell, book it. He looks like an A10 first-teamer for this season. Very well could be the Atlantic 10 Player of the Year. He had 31 points, 11 rebounds in his season debut for the Minutemen today. St. John's took on Seton Hall. Pirates got the victory to start off Big East play, 77-68. Sandro Mamakhalashvili just keeps on producing at a high level. He had 32 points out of the 77 today for the Pirates. And then, as far as other games going on currently for tonight, it looks like this. Davidson up at the half against Georgia Southern, 38-18. Davidson's actually low-key pretty good this year. On ESPNU, they put this game over on ESPNU. Iona with Rick Pitino up against Fairfield, 32-22. Georgetown up at the half by 13 over number 9 ranked Villanova, 36-43. Number 8 Creighton having some difficulty with Nebraska. Creighton leads at the half, 44-40. Hey, no problem that you're late, man. Glad to have you on board whenever. Yeah, this has been more of like one of the less streams or so. Like I didn't expect many people to come out to this stream tonight. Number one, it's a Friday night, and number two, ESPN put on this type of game on the schedule for some reason tonight instead of like any good basketball game. They put on so many good loaded games throughout the week that I think they forgot about Friday and needed to fill some time that they just forgot about putting out a good game for today for college basketball. So it's been a blowout here. I expected to stay the same for the final score, but we'll see if anything changes, as we're going to go over to the second half in this one, and 99.9% it will not. So Kansas now has the basketball as they'll start off the second half. Marcus Garrett moves it over to the right wing. Shot fake, drives inside, and they're going to put it up and in. That's good off the glass for two by the Jayhawks by Agbaji. So Agbaji now with 13, the leading scorer for Kansas. 47-22. Omaha has it. 19:35 left to go. It's just been a struggle all game long trying to get off any type of shot today. Mavericks have it at the top of the key with Io Akinwall. Passes, ball gets deflected. They get it right back, though. Marco Smith has it. Bounce pass. Matt Pyle hands it back over to Smith. Takes the three. That's up. No good. And Kansas comes out with the rebounds. Jayhawks now with the basketball. 19:10 left to go. A wide open three-point shot. Jalen Wilson squared it up. Couldn't get it, though. A rebound back to Omaha. Omaha has it. Takes at the right baseline. Deep two. Hit the front rim. No good. They get the offensive rebound. Another jumper. Free throw circle. Too strong off the mark. Missed that one. The rebound Kansas. Jayhawks now with the basketball. First minute through the second half. 18:50 left to go. As they circle around the rim. Moves it back around the perimeter. Christian Brown. Pass over to the right corner. Another right corner three. Spots up. Missed it by Marcus Garrett. Rebound back to Omaha. Couple bricks lately. This game's slowing down a little bit as far as Omaha. They dribble past half court. We get a quick foul. Yep. Yeah. It's tough here for Omaha today. They don't have their leading scorer. He's injured. And, yeah, just very tough game. This is more to, like, generate revenue for the program. Because they make it off of TV deals. That's going to get stolen around the perimeter by Kansas. Here goes the Jayhawks with the basketball. Pass inside underneath to the big flush with a foul, too. Throwing it down. David McCormick with a two-handed jam. Hey, what's good, Jose? Welcome back in the stream here, brother. Glad to have you in the stream once again, man. Hope all is going well today. This game's all Kansas. 49-22 easily. Yeah, I did not do enough to improve my fantasy team. Yeah, no. Christian McCaffrey is out this week. He was supposed to come back for me this week, and he decides to get injured. So, I was not expecting that from the Rams defense yesterday. Omaha takes a three from the outside. They hit it. 50-25. Yeah, I should have started the Rams defense yesterday. They got 20 fantasy points. Should have started that. I don't really like to start Thursday night, like, players there because you never know. Those games start to be an outlier, and usually those games are like sometimes a blowout. Christian Brown takes the jumper, knocks it down, 53-25. This game picking up a little bit. Omaha takes a jumper. That is good for 2 at the free throw circle. 17:40 left to go. Kansas basketball. Garrett takes it past half court. Dribbles now at the right elbow, float over the top. As McCormick moves it back over to Agbaji. He takes the 3, hit the front rim, tipped up, fight for the rebound. McCormick has it. Bounce pass behind his back, and they move it right back out around the perimeter off the offensive rebound. Entry pass into the lane. McCormick bruises his way inside, and that's going to be a foul picked up by Omaha. It's going to lead to 2 shots to the line by David McCormick here of Kansas. So, Jose, listen to the Christmas music on YouTube. Cool, man. Always the holiday season. Always great, man. 2 free throws coming up. David McCormack at the free throw line. First shot up. That's good. Knocks it down. Second free throw coming up. Got that one. All Kansas tonight. 55-27. Interested to know just how many more minutes the entire starting 5 is going to go right now. Probably up to 20 minutes or so for Marcus Garrett and Agbaji. They played 17, so probably going to use the 20. Omaha missed 3. They get the offensive rebound, drives inside. That's good with a layup for 2. 55-29. 17 minutes left to go. Kansas basketball. They move it around to Christian Brown. Wide open. Dial up the 3. Couldn't get it. Tipped up in the air. They get the offensive rebound. They move it back over to the top, to the left wing, to the left corner. Jalen Wilson. Left baseline dribble. Drives inside. Floats it up. Off the back iron. And he gets fouled. And Wilson will go to line, shoot 2. Jalen Wilson, 6 points today. 2 shots coming up at the line. He's coming off 2 spectacular games for Wilson. 23 points, 10 rebounds against Creighton earlier on in this week. And then Jalen Wilson, once again, doing it against North Dakota State. 14 points, 15 boards. First free throw, Wilson hits it. He's got 7. Jalen Wilson, second free throw coming up. Jose going to watch some wrestling tonight. 7 o'clock looks like on Fox. That's awesome, dude. And that one's good at the line. So, keeping it going for Jalen Wilson with 16:40 left to go. Omaha now with the basketball. Moves it back to a wide open left wing 3. Catch and shoot. Takes it, makes it. Sammy Rowe from the outside hits it down. That was a good quality possession right there for the Mavericks. Rowe with 6. Am I the next Mike Gorman? We'll see. Kansas backs their way inside. It was wide open, and they missed the dunk. That was no good. It gets rebounded right back over to Omaha. Approaching the 16 mark left to go. They go into the post pro hop, puts it up. That's good for 2. We will see someday what it turns out to be. 57-34. Agbaji has it, drives inside, and gets the layup. That one good. Rolled around the rim and in. So, yeah, this game's really picked up. Fast basketball game today. We got 15:44 left to go, and we are an hour and 8 approximately into my stream right now. We're going to have a timeout taken onto the court. This might be one of the fastest games I ever call, like in the history of my channel, because blowout games usually do that. In a blowout game, there's not really many fouls. There's a lot of missed shots usually by one of the teams. And, yeah, it's just been that type of way today. Actually, fun factor, though, Kansas leading the second half, 14-12. So, that is only a 2-point advantage by Kansas in the second half. Kansas got out to an early lead, 15-0, to start out the game in the first, 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Yep, 2 weeks to Christmas, man. Can't wait, bud. Can't wait to finally put this year behind us. That's the big thing. And then move on to 2021. Hopefully better things in store for next year. Yep, Vaughn knew that this was going to be a blowout. I think everybody knew that this was going to be a blowout when a Big 12 team takes on a team from the Summit League. Most likely looks like that. And, yeah, Omaha got blown out by Creighton as well. So, Right now in a timeout, Creighton leading Nebraska at the half 44-40. These games are surprises to me. Georgetown leading Villanova 50-43. So Villanova using the second half to their advantage, 10-4 outgaining Georgetown now in the second half. So Villanova was down by double digits, cut it now down to 7. Davison looking good. They're destroying Georgia Southern tonight, 45-20. And then Southern Illinois leading Murray State right now, 35-28. Let's hear what's Vaughn got for his special announcement looks like for Vaughn. He has got here. I'm interested in knowing what that special announcement is, bud. Yep, can't wait till this year's over for sure. Yeah, hopefully Vegas, hopefully you'll have an in-person graduation this year. I think they've been saying that they're trying to get out the vaccine. Well, it's going to be like any day at this point right now for the vaccine, but for people to take it, for it to be like widely available to everyone, I think it's probably going to be around, they're trying to get it to like that range of like April, May, or June, around there, most likely. They're looking at what they're eyeing. Arizona State destroying Arizona 35-zip in football in the second quarter. Wow. Oof. Yeah, college football is those types of games. Ouch. Nice blowouts for college football. In the NBA, there's close preseason games. 52 even at the half between the Magic and the Hawks. 48-47, Knicks lead the Pistons. And the Rockets just tipped off as Houston leads at 2-0 over Chicago. Alright, so we're right back into the timeout. Graduate around June 11th. Yeah, hopefully they can... Hopefully the cases just keep on dropping like they did when we got into June last year, and should be good to go outside and hold it for a graduation, hopefully, with an in-person graduation. Yep, 35-0, wow. And still 10:15 left to go before half. Bad. Kansas at the free throw line shooting 2. First one's good. 60-34 to score. We got 15:25 left to go. Second free throw, that's good. 61-34. So Omaha has the basketball once again. See here, Vaughn starting his YouTube channel in March or August of 2021. Wow, there you go. Big news for you. You should look into starting your YouTube channel in March. The earlier the better off you'll get. You'll have way more subscribers if you start it off in March than what you get in August. Kansas goes inside right there. That one gets blocked. They get it right back and they put it up and in for 2. 63-34 Omaha. No good. Tipped up. Rebound Kansas. Kansas has it now in transition. Marcus Garrett dribbles, and we get a foul away from the basketball. They're going to say it's by Lightfoot, so Omaha gets it back. Ooh, good question. Who's my favorite singer? I like Mariah Carey growing up. Mariah Carey, Rihanna. Those were really good singers growing up. A lot of my favorite music is like EDM stuff for that I used to listen to. And Avicii was one of my favorites. I actually met Zed in person about like 5 years ago. And of course, Eminem, absolute classic. My favorite rapper is Eminem. 63-34, 14-10 left to go. Lob over the top, and Omaha gonna take that one away with an interception. Here goes the Mavericks up the court with 14 left to go on the clock. They dribble now at the top, shuffle it out to left corner, left baseline dribble underneath Omaha, moves it back to the right wing, gonna take the 3, hit the front rim, a rebound by Jalen Wilson for Kansas. Kansas takes up the court, Agbaji moves it over to Garrett, left baseline. Pass out on top here. Wilson slides over to the right corner. Agbaji has it. Dribbles now at the top of the free throw circle. Back outside once again to Garrett. Bounce pass, and it's going to be a kicked ball violation as the clock will stop. Yeah, Vegas remembers freshman year, now senior year, going by so fast. It just flies by, man. Like, when you get into college, it goes by, like, even faster. Hey, what's good, Steven? Welcome to the stream, bud. Yeah, I heard Sandro Mamakalashavili from Seton Hall. He is looking really good. Like, he is carrying the Pirates this season. Another big 30-plus game for him. That's huge. Yeah, he's a good power forward that he can also hit threes. Yeah, I met Zed in person when he came to the Ryan Center back in 2015. I got when I was interning for one of the radio stations in college, they got me backstage passes to go there. Yep, what a blowout. Welcome in Yannick Mystic onto the stream. It's going pretty well, man. Vegas like in Frank Ocean. There you go. 13:27 left to go. This game been a blowout from the start. Kansas was up at the start of this game 15-0 through like the first 3:40. Omaha has the basketball off the inbounds. Top of the key, dribble now at the left elbow. They've missed the last 5 shots from the floor. Now they're trapped in the corner. They get it out of there for Omaha. Moves it over to the left wing to Sammy Rowe. As he dribbles now at the top, slides over to the left wing, turns the corner, deep 2, step back, Omaha, no good, hit the front rim. Rebound to Kansas here. They got 13 minutes left to go. So you're going to pass it back around the perimeter. Baji takes the 3, sinks it. Got that one. 66-34. Yeah, I wish, Goody. For some reason, Fox Sports 1 isn't in my package. For my Sling package, I only got ESPN, ESPN2, and TNT in my Sling package for sports. They for some reason put in the other package Fox Sports 1 in the other package, but Fox Sports 1 from time to time, they'll have a good college game, and tonight is much better than what they have for ESPN. That's a wide open 3, takes it by Kansas, and they hit it. Just completely left open. I don't know why they just didn't decide to do an NBA preseason game today. They should have done an NBA preseason game today, because they're doing it next Friday. They're having a Celtics preseason on ESPN. So timeout taken on the court, 12:20 left to go. It's very odd that they schedule this type of game over on the ESPN family of networks today. Vaughn found his science teacher from her old school on Google today. Oof. And you weren't taking big liking into her, looks like. Oh, man. Yannick Mystics Badgers. Yeah, man, I feel the pain, but lost on the tip in there to Marquette with a really good freshman there for Marquette. Yeah, big win against Rhode Island this week for Wisconsin. Rhode Island's a good team. I'm a fan of URI. My top 2 teams are URI and Providence that I'm a fan of, but yeah, it's just in a whole nother level as far as Wisconsin for this season. Absolute whole nother level. They're so good defensively, and they just got completely stacked upperclassmen team. And they were ranked just so low this week. Is Arizona State overrated? Yes. I'm going to go there. They don't really have a defense. It's basically just 3 guards. And their front court's got a lot of problems for Arizona State. So it's basically Remy Martin, Josh Christopher, Alonzo Verge. That's it. And that loss that they had to Romello White, that was just a really just bad loss they had in the offseason, because they're struggling to find defense inside. So yeah, they're going to be knocked out of the top 25. In the Pac-12, I'm not really buying right now. Pac-12 is looking like it was 2 years ago. Pac-12 is getting off to like a weak start or so. It's not really good. Yep, Vegas likes Imagine Dragons, but yeah, I hear you, bud. Just haven't dropped any music. I remember the good stuff back in the day. My favorite one was Radioactive by them. Is Marquette for real? I will go with probably being like a top, in that range, being like a top 25 or 30 team for Marquette right now. So I think they're going to be, like, if they get into the top 25, I don't think that they're going to be moving up, like, real high or so. That was more just pure luck against Wisconsin that they won that game. But one thing that's good here for Marquette is that their defense is much better. they actually found a defense to start off the season. So if they can keep that up, that's huge for Marquette. But I think they're going to be ballpark top 25, top 30 this season, it looks like right now for Marquette. Virginia Tech was not for real. That was not sustainable at all. They come out, they get destroyed by Penn State. So Virginia Tech's going to be way out of the top 25. Do I know Wheeler Walker Jr.? No, I feel like I've heard of that before. It might have been on when I had the football channel going on. I think I might have heard of that before. The 6 main conferences in college basketball: Big 10, Big 12, SEC, ACC, Big East, Pac-12. What would I rank all of them right now? As we're right back into it, 12 minutes remaining. I go Big 10, Big 12, ACC, Big East, Pac-12 in the SEC. Yeah, so 5 and 6, Pac-12 in the SEC. I think Pac-12 is going to get better. UCLA was dealing with injuries early on in the season, so I think they're going to be much better this year. And then USC is like a lot of people sleeping on USC. I think that team's much better than what people realize. And the thing about that loss against UConn is I think UConn's actually a pretty good team, like a top 25 team for UConn. And for the SEC, they're just struggling right now. Tennessee at the top, Kentucky nowhere to be seen. We're going to go to another timeout, 11:33 left to go. Second half, score still remains the same here since the last couple of possessions, 69-34. Yeah, Alabama got crushed against Stanford and Maui. SEC's really struggling. Missouri and Florida, they're doing well. And I got to see more Ole Miss before we put them up there. More Ole Miss and Tennessee, because they haven't played enough games to really see where they're going. But Tennessee right now at the top. Quick scoreboard update. What's going on in college basketball? Villanova came from a lot of points down. They have a second half advantage of 20-6 in their favor. Villanova just took a lead with a Colin Gillespie 3 as Villanova leads it over Georgetown 53-52. Other games going on college basketball. Creighton on a little bit of a run. They lead Nebraska 55-48. And then Southern Illinois up against Murray State 40-32. Seton Hall, great victory today over St. John's 77-68. So the Pirates, they started out the season 1-3. Now they've won their last 3 straight games in a row here as they get on the winning side of 500 now, 4-3, while St. John's has their schedule finally catching up to them where they played easy teams and now just gets outbeat today by Seton Hall, who played a really tough schedule to begin with for this season. Playing Christmas music at Christmas. That's great there. Always great to get the festive holiday favorites out there. Davison looking good, 50-29 right now over Georgia Southern. UMass in their season opener, so impressive. This team is one to watch out for this year. UMass has some potential to maybe do some damage, possibly be a sleeper in the A10 for this year for UMass. It all depends on the supporting cast that steps up along with Trey Mitchell. If this entire supporting cast steps up, then UMass going to be an NCAA tournament team, something they've never done since 2014. Because they got their best player on campus as Marcus Camby back in the day for UMass. Trey Mitchell, watch out for him. He could very well be A10 player of the year. Today he scored 31 points, had 11 rebounds, and went 13 for 18 shooting with 2 made 3-point shots here for the big for UMass. Yeah, UMass dark horse, and invest some stock in this player right here. Freshman off the bench, Javon Garcia. He had 23 points, 4 assists, and 3 steals today for UMass. If they can keep this up, this team could be a legit. They got a couple new faces onto the team. A transfer from Wichita State with Noah Fernandez. He started his first game today. So if this entire supporting cast can just take some big steps up this year and help out Trey Mitchell, that they could very well shock some teams for the season. 69-34, and the A10 is definitely more wordy than 2 bids right now. I know St. Louis and Creighton, those are the top, or St. Louis and Richmond's top 2 teams out in the A10 currently. But yeah, they're definitely more than 2 bids worthy for the 2021 tournament right now. Based on how they're playing more like they should get 4 or 5, possibly 6, like they did back in the good old days. I remember those days. That's when the A10 was stacked. They had Temple. Temple was great about a decade ago. They had Xavier. Xavier was great before they moved over to the Big East. Ohio from the MAC Conference, sleeper team. Yes, I like what Ohio from the MAC's done so far. Jason Preston is just, man, he's playing on completely different level once he gets into conference play, most likely, when he turns it up. I can't believe they took Illinois right down to the wire. So Ohio could have that type of team that Buffalo had back, I think, like 2 years ago, where Buffalo had that huge season where they went something like 31-3. 10:45 left to go here. It's all Kansas. Omaha with the basketball, as they trail by 33. This is all Kansas today. Right from the start, they led at 15-zip. Omaha, dribble drive inside, shuffles it out to the left corner, left baseline dribble now, double team, turnaround jumper, and that's going to get blocked out of bounds by Kansas there. Just massive block by Ty and Grant Foster. So Kansas now playing with their bench players, Grant Foster, DeJohn Harris, Tristan Enaruna, Bryce Thompson. Christian Brown is a starter. He's still out there currently for Kansas at the moment. Christian Brown playing 16 minutes tonight. He's only got 5 points, hit down 1 perimeter triple. Omaha, shot before the buzzer, and it's going to be shot clock violation, so it goes right back over to Kansas. Hey, what's good, Thomas? Welcome to the stream, bud. Glad to have you back on the channel. So yeah, completely 180 flip here from what I called back on Wednesday night. Florida State, Indiana. The largest lead in that game was 6 points. Yep, got a feeling this one ain't gonna be a buzzer beater. Yeah, I was kind of wondering when I saw the schedule why this game even like popped up on the schedule for ESPN tonight. It was very odd why this type of game popped up here. 69-36 to score. Omaha goes inside to get the bucket. That's good for 2. Kansas has the ball right back as they're going to take it right into the lane. Bryce Thompson puts it up. A lot of contact. Refs will say play on, though no foul as we're under 10 minutes remaining. Omaha takes it inside. Contact there as they will call a foul, and it's going to be on Omaha, number 11. Lamo Robinson. He goes right in there with the left shoulder, pushes off, and that's an offensive foul. Should you do black screen for your videos? You probably don't want to do a black screen there. That means you got some dead air going on. You got a nice black screen. You should definitely show your face there. I'd be interested to see what that looks like someday. Maybe I'll have a Zoom meeting someday with you guys, and we can have a nice conversation as Kansas turns the corner, drive inside. Nobody there to rotate defensively, and a huge flush being thrown down with the right hand by Ty and Grant Foster. Massive dunk. 9:10 left to go. All Kansas tonight. This might be one of the quickest streams I've ever done for a basketball game on my channel. This game moving along. Scoreboard update. NBA preseason right now in this stoppage in time looks like this. Rockets up against the Bulls 32-17. Knicks lead the Pistons 50-47. Magic up against the Hawks 62-59. And as far as Villanova Georgetown going on right now. Villanova Georgetown tied up at 55 with about 17 minutes remaining. Kansas in the post, as they're going to have the basketball actually to the right corner now. And Enaruna floats it up in the key. No good. Hit the front rim. Rebound back over to Omaha. Mavericks have it with 8:45 remaining in this game. They pass over to the top here. Lamo Robinson, as he has it with 8:35 left to go. Robinson moves it over into the hands of Aikenwald. Dribbles right baseline. Passes over inside as they'll float it up. Matt Pyle no good. Rolled around the rim and out. Rebound back to Kansas. Jayhawks have it. Pass over to the top. They're going to jack up a 3. Christian Brown no good off the mark. Offensive rebound. Second chance points. Got it. That's good for 2 by Ty and Grant Foster. Able to get some motivation as of late here for number 1 for Kansas. This game more of a motivational game towards the bench to see if they can help build up that bench here for the scoring this season. 8 minutes remaining. This ball gets poked loose. Almost went to the half-court logo, but Omaha able to get it right back. They have it at the left elbow. We get a foul picked up as well by Kansas. Clock will stop. Going to be picked up on number 3. Dajuan Harris for Kansas here as the clock will stop. So yeah, looks like we're going to go to another timeout taken. Right now, 73-38. So yeah, I predicted this game as a blowout. It's going to be even more than what I predicted. Looks like my prediction was 87-62. Looks like it's on the Pats for Kansas to be blowing them out by way more than that. Did I see your lineup for this week? Yes, I saw your lineup for this week. So it's going to be Aaron versus Aaron this week. My Aaron Rodgers going up against your Aaron Jones for this week for fantasy. As for what we got for college basketball right now, quick scoreboard update. Georgetown just took the lead against Villanova, 59-58. And then Creighton, currently playing Nebraska. Creighton extending. Looks like they're going to take home the W, 66-53 if they keep that up right now for Creighton. They're in full control currently in a big run in the second half. And Davidson just outgaining Georgia Southern, 60-38. Murray State and Southern Illinois playing right now. Southern Illinois winning currently 40-32. Yep, this game basically for Kansas to pad their stats. Say that you got another victory by a big margin. So you can be a top tier team when it comes to victory margin this season. It doesn't mean much at all when it comes to the net rankings, when those net rankings come out later this year, because yeah, this is a nice bottom of the quadrant type of victory or so. This is going to be like a quad 4 victory, so those don't help out. The only thing that would hurt them would be anything like a quad 4 loss, and yeah, Oregon State might have suffered that last night against Portland. So yeah, Oregon State lost to Portland in overtime. This year it's been a year of embarrassment for college basketball. Kansas State suffered a quad 4 loss at home against a non-Division 1 school. And yeah, these games don't really go that far. The only thing that really it looks good on is just improving your record by 1 game, basically. That's basically it. Just improves your record, and just it looks good when somebody sees you for the first time in the NCAA tournament and looks at your record and it says 28-5 instead of something like 27-5. Maybe the one win will be a difference there. Alright, so we are back after the timeout. And then people will go with the argument that, oh, this team went 28-5, whereas this team went 23-5, but didn't play 5 games against mid-majors. 2 free throws coming up by Omaha at the line. Both of them go down. 33-point lead by Kansas here. Final 8 minutes. Eastern Carolina up 6-0. That's good for them. Yeah, Eastern Carolina looking good this season. They're not going to finish last in the American. Hey, what's good, Dakota? Welcome to stream, man. I'll be out tomorrow, so I won't be covering Florida State, Florida tomorrow morning. I'll be out during the day. 73-40, final 7.5 left to go. Omaha has it. Dribble drive inside. They take it up the court. No good. Tipped up. Couldn't get the shot, but they get the offensive rebound. Puts it back. Yeah, couldn't convert on that either. Rebound Kansas. Jayhawks have it as they have it at the left wing. Bryce Thompson moves it over to the right wing. Back over to Harris. Pass over to the right corner. That's going to be a 3. Hit the front rim. Offensive rebound. And it's going to be a foul here picked up by Omaha. Clock will stop. Yeah, Creighton now blowing out Nebraska 74-53. So that game is just gunning out of control right now. I plan on covering NBA preseason game tomorrow if I can get it. It would be Thunder Spurs around 7. No problem, Dakota. But I think that they're going to have the game on their website for the Oklahoma City Thunder, so I might be able to get it there. So if I do, I'd stream it tomorrow. So just one game possibly tomorrow. And then Sunday, I know that I plan on doing 3 games on Sunday. It would be Richmond, West Virginia, and then Baylor, Texas. And then at night, I do NBA preseason, Lakers, Clippers. So I know I plan on covering 3 on Sunday. Both of the free throws, those are good at the line by Kansas, 75-40. Yep, NBA preseason going on right now. A couple of games currently. 6:45 left to go. Yeah, those games they put on like local channels, so I didn't get any of those games. A lot of the stuff they put on like the local channels throughout the season. Kansas with a steal, going to take it up in transition. That's good for 2. Final 6.5 minutes left to go before this one goes off. But yeah, good improvement by Kansas from 6 nights ago. They had won by only 4 points against North Dakota State. They almost lost that one. They were trailing 60-59 with about like a minute and a half left to go. Omaha in the post puts it up. That's good for 2. Great bounce back, though. Able to beat Creighton earlier this week, and then for this game to be a blowout. And they're getting all contributions all over the place. Right corner 3, spots it up, takes it. That is good to see there by Tristan Enaruna. He has barely been able to break out during his Kansas Jayhawk career. And that's a good sign as the bench has been able to get meaningful minutes in this game. Enaruna now with 5. 80-42, 5:40 left to go. Omaha now with the basketball. So they have it underneath. Pass it over to the right wing perimeter. Moves over to the right corner. Bounce pass, so they missed their mark. It's going to get stolen by Kansas. Jayhawks take it past half court. Tying Grant Foster. Has it. Dribble drive. Dish underneath over into the post there. They got a new player into the game. Gethro Muscadin, as he'll score his first 2 points as a Jayhawk inside the post. That's good. 5 minutes left to go. This is just absolute blowout by 40. Oh, cool. Thanks so much, Bradley. That's awesome, man. Yeah, feel free to let me know what that is. In the chat, I'll take a look at that. If you can find a link to that, I'd appreciate that, man. 3-point shot, no good off the mark. Fight for the rebound underneath. Omaha's going to get it with 4:40 left to go on the clock. They're going to take the jumper, deflected out of bounds, and the clock will stop here with 4:39. Oh, that's great, Jack. So Tennessee versus Cincinnati tomorrow at 12:30 there. That should be a great game for sure, man. Yeah, they for some reason they didn't put any NBA preseason game on early. They got one really late tonight. I'll be in bed, so that's why I'm not covering the Kings versus the Blazers tonight. I'm right in bed, right after this game in a little bit. Cool. I'll take a look at that, man. First free throw, no good at the line by Omaha. Second one, got it. .439 remaining before this one goes off. Kansas takes it past half court. DeJuan Harris moves it over top of the key now to the left wing. Basically got their entire bench they're clearing out right now. They got new players here that barely's got any playing time this season, if not any. Lateral Jostle, number 4, getting some playing time here for the freshman. Missed the jumper. Rebound Omaha. Bounce pass to the cutter inside. Missed it. Blocked by Kansas. They're going to get it right back with 4 minutes left to go. Jayhawks now in transition. Moves over to the left corner. Passes over to the top. Shot fake Jostle. Nice pass, left corner, spots it up, and Aruna just hits the rim short, no good. And rebound Omaha. I'll be out during the day tomorrow, so when I get back at night, if I get home in time, I might cover Thunder against Spurs tomorrow at 7 o'clock for the preseason, if I'm able to get that up. It says that the Thunder are going to have it on their website on thunder.com. So if I'm able to get it up on thunder.com and don't need a login, I'll cover that game tomorrow. 3:25 left to go. Jostle spots up, takes the three, got it. I believe that that's his first 3 points as a Jayhawk here. So they're getting new players into the game that's never really played before this season with a couple of them. 85-46. That's cool. That's good to know. And I'll check that out because a lot of the other sites that used to come up for, so a lot of them are like really like risky or so, and yeah, they could very well be bad sites. 85-48 as that one goes inside the post. That is good for 2. 2:40 left remaining. They have it at the right baseline. Kansas moves it back out to the right wing. Back out to the top here. Just trying to get this one in the over. This is going to be in a W column for Kansas. For tonight, they have it in the post. Hits the baseline. Clock will stop. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to do the Warriors tomorrow because I think that's on like local TV only. I'm pretty sure. Alright, so right now we're just on a timeout. This game all Kansas, 85-48 currently, so far tonight. Yeah, I usually just do the national TV because I don't have like access to like the local stuff that people get, or like League Pass and things like that. Yeah, this game absolutely blowout. I was shocked that they actually put this type of game here on TV. Well, yeah, what a slaughter. 85-48. What a slaughter. Might be the biggest blowout that I've ever called in the channel. Creighton just running over Nebraska here, 80-58. We don't have the package for mass cable over here because the money that they have it for. The cable package here is like $100 and I think it's like $130 or something like that. Because we tried to go with Xfinity and it was just way too much money. Because I'm paying like $100 less basically for Sling, and they don't put it. So they don't put it on the local broadcast channels. Those Celtics games are included in the cable package. So it's not like the Patriots games. Like I get all the Patriots games and all the local channels over the antenna, everything. You don't need to pay a monthly subscription for, but they put it on the cable channel for some reason over here for for the NBC Sports Boston stuff. I feel like, because I remember the Red Sox, like, when I was growing up, they used to put it on antenna, I think, around, like, WBZ Channel 4 used to have a lot of those games. And that was before they moved it over to Nesson for a ton of times. Yep, they go back tomorrow in the preseason there. Hopefully Utah gets put on national TV quite a bit so I can cover them when I have the chance. Oh, that's cool, Bradley. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out, man. And see. Free throws to the line first. It's part of the part of the bonus here for Kansas is they missed the free throw, hit the front rim, rebound back to Omaha. Oh, jeez. Yeah, you don't want to go on that site anymore, Vaughn. Oh, no. That's not a good website. Yeah, so some of the websites that they put up for like streaming sports links, like some of those are like things that you don't really like want to click on that could be like harmful or so. Omaha gonna shoot in the bonus at the line. First one's good. Hey, what's good, Trayvon? Welcome to the stream, bud. Just wrapping up this one. We got about just over 2 minutes left to go before this game goes final tonight. Absolute beatdown as far as this type of game here. Omaha 2 for 2 that trip at the line. Kansas with it, leads by 35. All their bench players now into the game. They cleared out the bench for this game. They have it right baseline. Yes, Celtics on national TV a ton. Nice passing to the top of the key. Gonna take the three. They knock it down. That's good. Chris Tihan sinks it. 88-50. Final 2 minutes remaining. I'm just doing this game today as we got minute 40 left to go. Lob over the top, and that's a big jam by Kansas in transition. Make it a 40-point lead. Looking explosive. Final minute and a half. 12 different players have scored for the Jayhawks. Omaha missed 3 in transition now. Takes it past half court for the Jayhawks. They're going to slow it down. They should just wind down the shot clock instead of just keep on attacking the basket. That's good for 2. 92-50. Absolute blowout. So yeah, absolute blowout in this game today as the clock will stop. Spurs, Magic, Kings, Cavs, Pistons, Wizards, and Thunder have no national TV games. Wow. Ooh. Final minute remaining. Omaha was fouled. They're going to go to the free throw line, shoot 2. They missed it. Yeah, definitely need to include the mercy rule for games. Definitely needed, especially for college. That second free throw, they missed it. It gets rebounded back over to Kansas. Kansas should just dribble the clock out at this rate here. I know that they're getting in their other players into the game, trying to get some momentum for them, but should just try to like dribble it out or so. And take a shot when the shot clock's winding down. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock, 33 remaining. And a dribble drive inside. That's going to be a foul call by Omaha with 31.6. First free throw, that's up, and that's good by Kansas. Wow, yeah, that's a late game, man. February 9th. I'd have to see what's on for college that night. If there's, like, not, like, anything, like, incredible for college that night or so. That's a late, really late game there, man. 10 p.m. Kansas passes left corner off the missed free throw. They get the offensive rebounds. 15 seconds. Shot clock with 6. Puts it up. That's good. And they're going to get the W. They'll improve to 6-1 on the season for the Jayhawks with a 45-point victory unless anything changes in the final 5 seconds. Spots up for Omaha. Jumper takes it. No good off the mark. And Kansas comes up with a rebound as this game is going to go final here. Big, big blowout tonight for Kansas. They won by only 4 points back 6 nights ago against North Dakota State. And they put a stamp on that. They made sure that it did not happen today in this game here. Absolutely a huge blowout. Probably the biggest blowout I've ever called in the history of the channel here. I don't even know why they put this game on national TV today. Do not know why at all. Interesting why they did it. But this game's gone final with Kansas just tearing it up against Omaha, 95-50, everybody, for this one. So tomorrow I might be back if I'm able to get the game. It will probably be the Thunder versus the Spurs if I'm able to get that. I think they're supposed to have it online on the Thunder's website or so. Usually they've been putting a lot of the preseason games just as like the local games where if you're around the local area, you can only get it unless you got League Pass or so. So I might be back tomorrow. Make sure that you got the notification bell on so you do know when I do go live. And on Sunday, I plan on doing a triple header. 2 really good college games. Finishes up with the NBA preseason at night. So Sunday, I know confirmed should be Richmond against West Virginia at 1 Eastern, and then Baylor, Texas at 3 Eastern. Then to close out the night, great preseason game, Lakers against Clippers, and that should be the weekend for everybody here. Appreciate all for stopping on by. Of course, big happy birthday out to my man Vegas. Happy 18 out there as he turned today in his senior year of high school. And I'll talk to you guys soon here. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night, everybody, in Behind Your Arc Basketball. Before you sign out, hit the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks so much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night.